Stepped on the scene, dripped in saline. Whole crew shining, call me Mr. Clean. Came in from the back, walked right to the front. Dancing to the music, smoking on the. Got the women smiling, punk grilling me. Looking all dusty, black force energy. I don't even drink, but the team pop bottles. Not here for the beef, but the Glock holds hollows. Think I'm cocky, but I think I'm worse. In this flexing like a Mr. Universe.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Jermell Charlo calls out Terence Crawford after his fight with Canelo. So we're going to take a look and then we'll discuss it. So this was immediately after the fight. Was what he had to say.
I lost.
So that was immediately after the fight. And then in the post-fight press conference, he was asked about a fight with Terence Bud Crawford. And here was his reaction.
Yeah.
Jermell.
Oh.
Lance Pugmire, ppv.com. I wanted to ask you, I know you talked about this in the ring. Terence Crawford, does that make all the sense in the world for your next fight?
Yeah. You know, Terence Crawford could be on a radar. I think he already probably been on Twitter, you know, like lip wrestling with the internet just to get some clout, some fans, and it's fine, you know. But you know, he's a champion. He's great at what he do, and you know, my brother Earl got to get it on with him. And Earl want his lick back, so and that's what boxing is about. So for the next few years, or in due time, you guys will be completely entertained. And maybe I'll talk a little bit more shit because that's what y'all want from me. Because Terence Crawford been talking shit, so they're gonna bring out a different animal in me. But I don't know which animal.
All right, so that was what he had to say in the post-fight press conference. I'm gonna turn it over to you, G man.
No. Let me lob it to TBE.
Yo, let me go. I can't stand this man, yo. He's the corniest dude ever. I don't want to get disrespectful, but I gotta get no disrespect, but all disrespect. Like, dude, you called out the face of boxing, and you lost. He was the literal guy. He was little, and you lost him. And you as skilled as you are, you was undisputed. You still undisputed because he didn't take your belts. You didn't put your belts on the line for this fight. And come on, now you want to call out the smaller guy. You know, even though Canelo, I feel like TC a little taller than Canelo. You calling out the smaller guy. He don't weigh like Canelo weigh, yo. You calling out the smaller guy. You think you're going to outbox him? Like what you did against Canelo, you're not going to do against TC. And, yo, you just chasing a payday out at this point. And this is what I don't like about the Charlos. They make it about, they see dollar signs and they be like, yo, I'm going to do it. But they don't come with that focus, that serious. They don't take the games, they don't take the sport serious. And I don't like that about a lot of boxers these days. It's like, yo, I like to see great fighters. When I see a great fighter, it's just like you're watching greatness in this moment. It's like watching LeBron. It's like watching Brady. It's like Jordan, Kobe, Peyton Manning. I don't know any Manny Ramirez. I throw that in there just to show like, nah, I ain't biased against other sports, but like, come on now, Charlo, you're not good. You're not good. You lost to I always lose this dude, man. You lost to the man who called you a cornball. When I was there, I saw you fight, and I said your brother lost against some other dude, but they gave you your brother the win. You got whooped by man who called you a cornball. I'm losing his name, yo. I'm like
Tony Harrison, man,
bro.
Huh?
Tony Harrison.
You lost to Tony Harrison. Now you want to call out these greats like they're supposed to agree to it because you calling them out? No. You need to run it back with homie. You took his belts because I'm forgetting his name too. But
Castano.
Huh? Castano. Yeah, yo, you didn't run it
that
back.
was already a rematch.
That was already a rematch.
No, 3P. Because Castano gonna take them belts. And once you lose them belts, you got nothing to say, man. And I'm like, I'm just sick and tired of Charlo brothers. I'm gonna be real with you. I like Jermell. I don't like Jermell. I say this with a passion. Jermell.
The views and opinions of Negative
Yeah, I
TVE do
can't get
not
the
reflect the
disclaimer.
Boxing
Hold
Bros
on,
as
hold
a
on, hold on.
whole and
Can I get
all
a
the other
disclaimer?
faces you see on the screen.
Can I get a disclaimer? It's like you being Miranda. You know, you bring me my rights. But I can't stand Jermell. Jermell is like the worst of the worst Charlo brothers you could ever want. Like they got Jermaine Charlo somewhere out here, and he's a cool dude. He's like a hippie. I kicked it with him sometimes. And all that. That's my favorite twin. But Jermell, I don't like. Jamal, he all right. Jermaine the best. But these guys ruining boxing, they just think they can chase a payday, but they don't work. They don't really take the sport seriously. Like, you know, it's a craft. It's like, if you're gonna be here, show us that you like talented. Like, and they could have been special, but they ruined it. And I'm being honest, like to this point, I'm being you're gonna lose to the best and you're gonna call out the next one, like, because all you want is money. No, you're not getting it. And don't forget, them boys skipped out on the tab in Texas. They skipped out on tab in Texas and got
What is going
let's be real. That's all they don't take boxing serious.
Yo,
They out
Baby
here.
Atlas, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I'm not saying that.
You done cooking?
It is.
Them cooking
These
TV.
boys don't take the game serious, and if they did, there would be something special. I see their potential, but they don't take it special. They don't treat it like it is. They're just like, oh, we getting paid. All we want to do is eat steak strips, skirt steak strips, and dip out on the bill, whatever. But I'm sick and tired of these boys. They corny. They don't. Not Jermaine. Jermaine, you cool, but Jermell, you're corny as hell. Jermell, I'm feeling you, but I rock with Jermaine. That's it.
All right,
Yo,
G,
I
go
just-
ahead, man.
Hold on. TBE, I appreciate you, man. I love your passion. But I humbly disagree. Let me just start from this. As far as I get where your frustration comes on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? We even had situations. I had a situation how I felt a certain way about the Charlos and how they were carrying themselves. But I want to separate that from the boxing, because I do feel that Jermell took this serious. He was undisputed at 154, and he did not like his brother. To me, he has a different type of focus. Like, he's a dog. He's a warrior. He really wants to. You just got to understand, Canelo is just something different. He's never been in that situation before. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, even with the Tony Harrison loss, I had him winning on my scorecard. I thought that was a gift that they gave Tony Harrison, and then he made everybody know once he knocked him out in the rematch that it was a gift. He had a draw with Castanos, and he showed that it wasn't what it was, and then he stopped him. Every time there was a situation with him and it was a rough fight, he goes in there again and he stops him. He's really focused, and he is a good fighter. And he might not be the one of the if people say he's not special, but I think he is special, because you don't become undisputed if you're not special. Some people could just have a little edge in you, and I think that Canelo has that edge, and maybe Crawford can have that edge. We don't know until they get in there. But him calling out Crawford, I'm not mad at it. It was just awkward. It was the weird timing. You know what I'm saying? It was just, to me, it was just the bad timing. I think that, you know, after getting beaten, he's like, well, you know, Canelo beat me, but he can't beat me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot of things going on right there. Then you got pride. He's a prideful fighter as well. And people have been talking trash. And the Terence Crawford thing has been going when him and Earl was trying to fight. Him and Jermell was going at it because of the camps and everything else. So there's been bad blood there. So I know he wants to get it on with TC because of the bad blood. I'm not mad, especially if TC's talking about he don't want to fight at 147 no more, and he's going to 154. Why not set up a big fight at 154? And I think that Charlo does deserve the money. Why not? He's been fighting all the good fights. It's time now. He's just starts to making some big monies now. His other brother is dealing with some mental stuff, and that's fine. This young man has taken the torch, and he has kept the respect for the Charlo name. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away from the kid just because he lost to a great Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer. That's Canelo. Anybody that goes against Canelo, to me, they're gonna lose. That don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, that he's not great. It's just that it was just too much for him. So no disrespect to Jermell Charlo. I just think that calling out a TC right after fight was just a little too much because I know you was feeling a certain way. You know, like after that fight, and you could tell he's feeling a certain way. That's why he knocked out. Oh, I didn't get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get knocked out. I was daring to be great, and that's exactly what he was doing. So he gets all the credit in the world. So like they say, oh, this guy moved from 135 to 147. He's daring to be great. This guy moved from 147 to 160. He's daring to be great. We got to give him the same props for daring to be great. He could have just stayed at 154. He could have stayed at 154, but he wanted to challenge himself and go up 14 pounds to fight not somebody else, a Plant or a Benavidez, to fight the man, the guy, the undisputed champion. And he came up short. You know what I'm saying? So
Guys,
I'm not having no problem with him.
I would respect it. But once I heard he said, I'm the little Charlo, y'all are twins. Y'all are twins. Y'all literally birthed the same day. I don't care if it's 30 seconds, a minute, 30, 20 minutes.
Hey,
Y'all birthed the same day. Y'all. He said,
saying,
little
listen,
Charlo. I'm the little Charlo.
He's the little brother. He feel like if he's the little brother, he's the little brother. It don't matter whatever he said. He's the little one.
No,
he's the one that was at 154, not the one that was at 160.
I'm the
and
little
he still came
Charlo.
up 14 pounds. You have to give him some credit. I understand. Yo, listen, TBE, I went again. Listen, TBE, you got to understand. I was in the inbox with these guys. You know what I'm saying? I went head to head. I even got into it with Caden and G over the situation, if y'all don't remember. When they was coming back and we had to go back and forth thing. So I get what you're saying, personality-wise. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot diminish what a person does in a ring.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't like him, listen. I feel sometimes some things that he did piss me off.
Yeah,
piss me off. You know what I'm saying? And we had a whole show about it. But I'm not going to take away his accomplishments and what that man has done.
No, I agree. I'm not diminishing his accomplishments. I'm just saying.
You did, bro.
He said, "I'm the little Charlo." It's like, yo, what are you trying to say? Like, you not a good boxer? Like, come on. Like, you called him out. You lost. Give glory to the man. Respect the man. Respect yourself. But when you said little Charlo, I'm like,
all I'm saying is that
y'all twins.
He's a great fighter. He just came up short. No ordinary fighter is going to be undisputed. No matter how you feel about him, no matter how you feel about him personally, he still has shown great heart and grit, and he's shown that he's a warrior in this ring. That was all.
Say that next time.
That's all I feel. That's how I feel.
All right, G.
Yeah, I kind of disagree with Trill only on one point. I don't believe Charlo was daring to be great at all. I think he just seen dollar signs and he was looking for the payday. And the fact that he was like, they're talking to him at the end of the fight, and he seemed so humble. Like, yeah, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I lost, but I ain't getting knocked out. But then out of nowhere, this fire just kicked in the dude's spirit, and he went Super Saiyan when he was talking greasy about TC. And I'm just like, bro, you lost. You just lost. Like, to me, I feel like that's beyond disrespectful to Canelo. It's like you not even trying to be like, yo, I want a rematch, or yo, I like to apologize to my fans for my performance. Da, da, da. Yeah, forget all of that, yo. I didn't get knocked out. TC, what's up? And I'm like, what? Yo, I was like, yo, I'm be honest, man. This is the first time where I'm like, yo, I regret even like cheering for the dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, I don't understand like the mentality. You know, like if you were daring to be great, you would have went for it in the ring.
He signed the contract. He signed the contract. It's just some things you can't do. Once he got in there, he felt that power and felt like you know. But he got in there, bro. He got in there.
No, I
He
respect
made the
the fact
weight.
that he actually walked in and he faced Canelo. But that's where the respect stops, you know. And then it's like, instead of you just staying on like, yo, I need to work on this, I need to work on that, you just immediately calling TC, right? And to me, it's, even though I think, you know, that would be an interesting fight, I'm not trashing the fight. But what's the difference when, like, it's just weird when Canelo's taking all this backlash for fighting Charlo, and now Charlo's about to do the very same thing with TC. You know, it's just kind of odd, man. It's like, yo, so now you going after the smaller guy to build up your career now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, I just didn't like the type of energy that he had. He could have at least waited till the press conference to then start talking about TC. But when you're in the ring, you just lost. You know what I'm saying? And you immediately got all this smoke for TC. And it's like, yo, fam, you should be reflecting on your defeat right now. You should be reflecting on how you lost to Canelo, what you need to do to improve. Instead, he's like, yeah, dead all of that. Yo, TC, what's up? And then I'm just like, all right, man. Sometimes, yo, he's a perfect example of a troll. I feel like this is a troll tactic. You know what I mean? Where like dudes would do outrageous stuff to get fights, but then when they're faced with a fight, they drop the ball, right? Now it's like Charlo's doing the very same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he was talking spicy to get a Canelo fight. He got the fight and he wet the bed. Now he's talking gorilla spice to TC. I just hope, man, this fight is more competitive, you know. But I don't know, man. I don't like how he's moving, and I think the brother needs to like reflect on what he's doing, his actions, and he has to look at the optics of what he's doing. It doesn't look well to the boxing media, the boxing masses, the fans, his supporters, his critics. Everybody's looking at him with a side eye right now.
Yo, I'm listening to all this stuff and I'm just stunned.
Can I just before you go Super Saiyan, bro? Can I just say one? Yo, G, I agree with it. You that thing was awkward with everything that you. I agree 100%. You know what I'm saying? I think the timing and all that, and how it happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I think emotions and everything. I agree, but I just gotta say I do think he was daring to be great until he got in there. And you know, and then you see something you just can't. But the fact of the matter that he made weight, he did everything he had to do. He made the contact. He got in there. He even tried to land a desperate left hook and stuff. It just nothing was working. There's nothing was working. And so I just don't want to take no credit from him. I think he really was. I think just like how we praise Kell Brook, we praise all these other guys that jumped up and they lost. I think he should get the same praise too. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But I totally agree with you. I think it was awkward, the timing.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Jermell Charlo in the past has done things that I didn't like observing. For example, when he's berating some dude who works at like Balenciaga or something. And I just felt like it was unnecessary, particularly someone of his stature. There's a more intelligent professional way of handling it, particularly when you drop that type of bread that he be dropping. You can just go above that person and you can do it in a way in which you don't have to embarrass that person or belittle them to big up yourself. There's certain actions that Jermell has, certain things I've seen from Jermell that rub me the wrong way. With that being said, those things happen in the past. And I've seen him kind of learn from it and try to change. And I've seen him try to be more well-behaved. I think of the Jarrett Hurd incident as well. There's a lot of them, to be honest with you, involving Jermell and his brother Jamal. So, yeah, like I do. There are incidents with them where I'm like, come on, man, not the Charlos again, right? But that shouldn't define him in his achievements in the ring. And for me, those things are separate. When you say he wasn't daring to be great, I have to disagree with you. because Jermell Charlo is undisputed at 154. Jermell beat some fighters in magnificent fashion. The way he beat Erickson Lubin, who got a dub, some people dispute it. We have that as a topic. The way he beat Erickson Lubin was ridiculous. The way he beat Jason Rosario was amazing. His fight with Castaño, I thought he won the first fight, and people were trying to say that he lost, and then he came back and he knocked him out. Same with Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison's another really good, slick boxer, and he did his thing with Tony Harrison. We're talking about a dude who has great wins under his belt. Now he moves up to 168 to fight Canelo, and people are talking. But let's talk about who Canelo is. Canelo's the same guy who beat the brakes off of Callum Smith, who was ranked number 1 by everyone else, gave the man a lump on his arm. Okay? That's who Canelo is. Canelo's the guy who had Billy Joe Saunders quit on the stool. Canelo's the dude who beat Caleb Plant up, messed his eye up, and beat the brakes off Caleb too. Then you have Jermell going up 2 weight classes. Is going to step in the ring with that dude. And yeah, he looked timid. Yeah. Look at what Canelo does to people. Look at what Canelo did to John Ryder. Beat the brakes off of John Ryder too. John Ryder was in his press conference with like his nose taped together. They had some duct tape and toilet paper all over John Ryder's nose. That's what Canelo does to people. So now you have a guy who moved up to his weight class, didn't even have a tune-up in that weight class, in the ring with Canelo, and he still survived. He still survived. He still survived without suffering the damages that Callum Smith suffered. Callum Smith, a bigger man who campaigned in that weight class. Billy Joe Saunders, a bigger man who campaigned in that weight class. Caleb Plant, a bigger man who campaigned in that weight class. His little behind moved up and he survived. And don't say he wasn't there to be great, because in that 7th round, when he went down, Canelo put the heat on him and he survived. He fought back. He fought back. He didn't just go down. He didn't just stay down. He didn't quit like Billy Joe Saunders did. He fought back. He made it to the end. And yeah, maybe he accepted defeat. He was more gracious in defeat than we'd like to see. But he understood what he was up against. He knew the risk he was taking. Did he take it for generational wealth? Of course he did. The same reason why Caleb Plant took the fight. The same reason why Callum Smith took the fight. The same reason why Billy Joe Saunders took the fight. It's no different than what everybody else did. So why hold it against Charlo? It's the same reason why Demetrius Andre ran into the press conference after the fight, because he want payday. He want payday. They all want payday. So why are we going to call out Jermell? Because he want a payday. They all stepped in the ring with Canelo for the payday. Even Dimitri Bivol. And Dimitri Bivol, when they asked him, "Are you hurt? Did Canelo hurt you at all?" He said, "My arms and my shoulders." So even that big dude got hurt. So Charlo took the punches and he survived. Although people are clowning him because he said, "You see, I survived," and all these other people got knocked out. People are clowning him because he said that. But that really is an accomplishment, bro. Run down the list of Canelo's opponents, bro. They all broken. He's still thinking about his family. He's still thinking about his career. He can still call out TC because he didn't take that type of damage. Look at how Caleb looked when he came back against Benavidez. You mean to tell me that my man Canelo didn't break him down for Benavidez? Look at how these guys look after they fight Canelo. So he was sitting there. He wanted to take calculated risk. He got in the ring, realized it was different. Like he said, I felt those punches. He said it. I felt it was different up here. But he was there to be great. And the other thing is, why did he call out TC? Because TC called him out. Don't forget, this didn't start the night of the fight. It started with TC beating up Earl Spence, looking at him, sticking his tongue out at him, talking trash to Jermell. Then TC said he want to move up and beat up Jermell. So after his fight, he called out TC. It wasn't like, what do you want him to do? He's going to retire? No, he's going to go back down to 154 where he got 3 belts and he's going to defend. So he called out TC at the weight class that he's in. TC's not the smaller guy. TC already said he was moving up to 154. He said it was tough for him to make 147. So this is like one of the times I feel like Jermell's kind of getting roasted and he doesn't deserve it. He couldn't beat Canelo. Join the club. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that people don't have, or Jermell hasn't done things in the past for people to feel a way about him. And I think that kind of is carrying over. But when it comes to this, he steps up. He lost. He did to be great. Remember what happened to the last security guard who moved up 2 weight classes trying to fight somebody? Kell Brook. Remember what happened to him? So, yeah, Charlo did his thing, man. I do want to give him props and respect because he took the challenge. Yep, he took the challenge. And that's all he can do. He didn't win, but you know what? There's so many other people who are in the same shoes. So respect to Charlo. He calls out Crawford. I think that would be a great fight for both guys, and we're going to discuss it more in the next segment.
Let us know how you feel in the comments section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, and please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. You know you're rocking with. It's the Boxing Bros.
I feel it in my soul.
Can you
Gotta
feel
get
me?
my money right. Came so cold in my cell, all them lonely nights. Stay 10 toes.